What's up, y'all? It's Poppin' It's D. About to react to this vid by Sloan. It's titled Khloé Kardashian's Nasty History of Bullying. She's the mean sister. She definitely strikes me as such. I have seen clips of her on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and she does say some wild stuff. And then I think of the whole situation with Jordan and how, you know, she ridiculed her online when your man was the one in the wrong in that situation. So yeah, she definitely is my least favorite of all the Kardashian Jenners. I mean, I don't care about none of them, but if I had to pick a least favorite, it's her. But anyway, let's see what he has to say about her. Let's watch.
I was a flight attendant.
Hold on, I'm trying to muster up I give up energy.
So I came over and
Yeah,
I was
she's
obsessed
mean.
with you at the time. She tapped you on the shoulder. She goes, Khloé, look who's here. You looked at me up and down and go, what the is she doing here?
Yes, Snooki. She looks the fuck good. I remember on Jersey Shore, she was this little short, little, you know, chubby little thing. You know, no shade, but it's just a fucking fact. That's just what she was. And, you know, she clearly has taken charge of her health. So good for her. Well, it appears that way. I don't know.
Hitting me,
She looks good is the point.
Swear to God. What?
You, if you could hear me.
This is so f***ing whack that these f***ing think they could go ahead and our men.
Fuck our man. Girl.
Khloé Kardashian seems to act like she's a victim. She says life is harder for her because she doesn't look like her sisters. Khloé will play the outcast card when it's convenient, but her true colors have shown in her rude behavior and nasty confrontations. So let's get into it. I've come across some disgusting videos of Khloé Kardashian acting rude. I used to think that she was the funny and quirky sister, but now it seems like she's the
I think
mean
that about
one.
Courtney.
These clips come from
Wait,
all
yeah,
over
Courtney.
the internet, but I want to start with this one from their own Hulu show where she acts really disrespectful towards Kris. And fans weren't happy about this because Khloé is just talking down to her mother and not really hearing her out. I mean, we all know our parents aren't going to be around forever, and I feel like if my mom is going to sit here and tell me a story from her past, I'm going to hear her out. And that's what Kris was trying to do. She was trying to talk about her time as a flight attendant when Khloé started acting up and said that she needs to get a F energy to even hear her out.
I think they all
was a
talk
flight
to their mama.
attendant.
Like that's
Hold
gonna
on.
be fair.
Hold on.
Okay.
Trying to muster up I give up energy. So hold on a second. All right.
You can instantly see that Kris was bothered and offended by that moment and started kind of like looking around, probably trying to gauge what the producers have to think about this. It's just straight up mean. One person wrote on Reddit, the way that she speaks to Kris is disgusting. I would never dream of speaking to my mom the way that Khloé does. She should be ashamed of herself. She was so rude and mean to Kris. I would love to see where my mom grew up or, you know, hear about your mother's past. It seems just so dismissive. And that's what I find really shocking about Khloé is because when I first got to understand her as a person through their first show, I thought she was always the odd one out who was nice and caring. But it seems like she's conformed to her sisters and the Kardashian family, and she's really out to get anyone who challenges her. Throwback to the time where Khloé Kardashian went after a 19-year-old actress, Chloe Grace Moretz. Chloe Grace doesn't necessarily agree with the Kardashians and how they live their lives, so she was vocal on Twitter saying that they should not be role models. Khloé Kardashian went into defense mode and started tweeting pictures trying to body shame or slut shame Chloe Moretz because there was a picture, I guess, of another random girl on the beach and her privates were showing, and for whatever reason Khloé thought that she could frame Chloe Moretz as that person and poke fun of her on Twitter. Khloé also wrote on Twitter that she's the last person to bully, but she has an animal instinct to protect and defend her family, even though this behavior does seem like bullying. And keep in mind, this is just a teenager, so Chloe's nasty, distasteful tweet has 70,000 likes, and it's not even the right girl that she's trying to prove is Khloé. We found out later on that Khloé had purple bathing suit bottoms on set when she was filming that day, and you can't really tell in the photo because we have to censor it, but the The ones that Khloé Kardashian shared, that's a photo of a girl in an orange bathing suit. So not the right bathing suit, not the right girl. Like, what's the point you're trying to prove?
Let's
here?
move
You're
on
trying
from
to, like,
this because she did
show
come at her
19-year-olds,
first. But
a-hole on Twitter.
I'm so confused by this whole thing. I'm a fan of Khloé K.
at 19, you pretty grown at that point. I don't know. It's not like she was 15 or 14, and she did come at her first. So yeah, let's move on.
And I think she was way out of line with this one. She's just adding to the fire, and I'm really just not all about women tearing other women down.
The world also disagreed with Khloé Kardashian. Ruby Rose actually wrote on Twitter, "Yo, Khloé, I thought you were rad when I met you, but this is awful, and this is a 19-year-old
But she came at her
girl.
first.
What happened to this Khloé? Once upon a time, she was branded as the ugly sister, which I don't agree with, but now it seems like she's completely switched up, and now she's the bully. Once bullied is now the bully, and I actually decided that after seeing how Snooki confronted Khloé and realizing how nasty Khloé can really be. This next clip is from an episode of Cocktails with Khloé where Snooki's invited on, and she addresses how rude Khloé was to her the first time they met. And this is actually why I made this entire video, because I think this moment is just so cruel. You can really see that, like, Snooki's a real person and Khloé just isn't.
So, but I still, till this day, I swear to God, I don't know what happened. And
Really?
I swear to God. So I
Thank
would
you.
love for you to break down to me what happened.
Yeah, Kim texted me and she was like, "Oh, come over, you know, it's fine." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to Kardashian's house." So I came over and I was obsessed with you at the time. And I was like, "Oh, Kim, like, you're cool, but, like, I really want to meet Khloé." So I came over and she brought me to you, and she was like, she tapped you on the shoulder, she goes, "Khloé, look who's here."
And I believe at this point, like, Snooki is at their home because they're having some, like, wedding shower or a baby shower or something for Khloé and I think Tristan too.
And you looked at me up and down, I swear to God, like, I'm not lying. You looked at me up and down and go, "What the is she doing here? Are you kidding me, Kim?" I swear to God. What?
No, you wouldn't.
That's my favorite.
And then I went and saw her because it was at her house.
Right.
And I
Wedding
didn't know what to
anniversary?
say.
So did
Yeah.
on the way
So I
out,
was like,
did you-
obviously.
On the way out, did you key her car?
No, I just left. I was like, oh.
Well, you should have
God.
keyed her car.
I was so
Was your
upset,
car
but-
keyed afterwards?
No, but it should have been.
Wow, so, like, Khloé just, like, looked at Snooki and said, "Why the F is she here?" While she's, like, in her home. And, like, I like hearing that moment too where Snooki's like, "Why would I lie about that?" It's, like, facts. Like, she would not lie about that. And especially that she's, like, confronting her in person. Like, I 110% believe Snooki, which I would love to have her on. Let's get into a podcast. Let's make that happen.
I would never do that.
First of all, I don't know why Khloé Money came out at that moment. Khloé Money is my alter ego. She's here today.
Shut the hell up.
But maybe I was jealous if you were getting more attention. I literally have no
Nobody
idea
was
why.
looking at me.
I was genuinely baffled.
Not Khloé Kardashian trying to blame her bad behavior on Khloé Money. Like, if that's Khloé Money, then we need to, like, you know, we need to drain that account and cash out.
I always root for Khloé, but I just remember that one time I met her and I was really, really disappointed.
Why, what happened?
She was really mean to me.
And her mother was being cheap too.
No, her mother was actually really nice
Oh, was
to me.
she?
But Khloé was like, "What the f is she doing here?" And I'm
Oh.
like, right to my face. And I'm like, "Oh."
Rude.
So
Why did
rude
she
and
say
so
that?
hurtful. And it seems like Khloé has no problem hurting the people close to her. It wasn't long ago that Kourtney Kardashian admitted that she was so unhappy with the show, and she's not necessarily as close with her sisters, especially Khloé, anymore. According to the eldest Kardashian sister, Kourtney, she does not feel as close to her sister, Khloé, as she used to in the past. She was quoted saying, "I think just life isn't the same. I think I'm in a different place. I think she thinks a lot. I think some of us, more than others, feel the need to distance sometimes or just do our own thing, have our own thing," which I can see clearly, you know, Kourtney's doing that. She's married with Travis Barker. Are they trying to have a kid? I don't know. She's, like, really doing her own thing. While Khloé built a house, like, next door to Kris Jenner's or vice versa. Like, she lives right next to her mom. There's not a lot of change here. Is she even back with Tristan? Who knows? But he's terrible. If you have not seen my video on him, definitely go and check it out.
You, if you could hear me.
He does not remember anything. Well, he actually says he didn't kiss her.
Liar! Liar!
If we're going to be talking about Khloé being mean, we have to talk about what happened with Jordyn Woods. This article writes, when people talk about women who are Karens and pick-me's, they're most definitely talking about women like Khloé Kardashian. I don't really know what a pick-me is. I'm going to have to do my research on that. But remember, Khloé Kardashian bullied Jordyn Woods when her man Tristan was cheating on her with Jordyn. Khloé accused Jordyn of being a homewrecker and invited her millions of followers to go and bully her.
No, I was trying to protect Khloé's heart.
Yeah.
She doesn't deserve this either.
Earlier in the episode, Kim, Court, and Khloé's bestie, Malika, took Coco to Palm Springs for a girls' trip to lift her spirits. But it seemed to only make things worse.
This is so f***ing whack that these f***ing bitches think they could go ahead and f*** our men. Mom, they're gonna try to f*** your man in a second.
At this point, it's old news, but I don't think everyone realizes how intense this got for Jordyn. In less than an hour, this tweet had over 137,000 likes, and Khloé wrote, "Why are you lying, Jordyn Woods? If you're going to try to save yourself by going public, instead of calling me privately to apologize first, at least be honest about your story. By the way, you are the reason my family broke up." That's a lot to put on someone. Like, you guys know recently I was cheated on, and if you did not watch my, video where I talked about it, I don't, necessarily put blame on the person who was involved. It's really your partner's fault.
Exactly.
A lot of people were calling
So
Khloé
idiotic.
a hypocrite because she wasn't calling out Tristan, but she claims that she can't do that
This
to
one
Tristan
makes her
because
a
he's
pygmy.
the father of her daughter, which BS excuse.
Yeah.
It seems like Khloé can't keep off of Twitter because she's over here tweeting about how she is bullied and she's going through so much, but at the same time she's instigating things with Khloé Moretz over here with Jordyn Woods, which I understand Jordyn a little bit more. I mean, there's some major baggage there. But bullying Snooki too, she seems like a hypocrite when reading these. She writes, "The sick and harmful things that people say. I'm disgusted by so many things I'm seeing." Wow. Jordyn did address the scandal in an interview, and she said that the sudden onslaught of social media bullying felt like cancer. So I guess she was bullied so badly that it felt like she had, cancer, that amount of pain.
Girl,
that's an
Bob
interesting
Jordan.
metaphor.
That's
The last
terrible
video I want to play for you
people who
guys is a
actually got-
clip of
shut the hell
Khloé
up.
acting rude towards a
Log
photographer at Paris Fashion Week, which I get it, paparazzi's, it can't be easy to deal with them, but, this little clip went viral and people wrote articles, and I guess it shows her true colors.
Hello, please. Glasses. Okay. Okay.
Out of everything, it's probably not the worst moment.
Yes.
I mean, can you
Yes.
imagine if she pulled them off and people were like, actually no, can you put them back on? Maybe she wasn't ready. So if they don't want their sunglasses off, then that's their prerogative. But here's my email.
Yeah, that last one is a reach. And like I said, I don't know how I feel about the one with the 19-year-old either, because when she came at her, I actually didn't even really look and read what she said, but I was listening to what he was saying, and he said that she mentioned something about how the Kardashians don't deserve to be role models or whatever the case. But it's you can't pick at people, at them, speak on them negatively, and then try to control how they respond to you. Be like, oh, well, you did too much. No, you came at them, and they responded. So now you want to be the teenage victim? You're 19. You about to be 20 eventually. I don't know, how long ago this was or if she's already 20, but let's not act like you're a baby. You knew what the fuck you was doing. I don't agree with that part. But the rest of it, yes. Her coming at Snooki and saying that in front of her is so wildly disrespectful. And she's laughing, oh, that must have been Khloé coming out. Girl, that is not cute at all. But yeah, I've never cared for her, especially after that whole Jordan situation. She put all of the blame on the Jordan chick and none on Tristan. Talking about, oh, that's the father of you. So fucking what? He didn't care about that the many times that he publicly embarrassed you. So, but you have to be so reserved and making sure not to publicly embarrass him. Girl, this is what makes you a pick me. Hot ass mess. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.